This podcast contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Gays and ghosts.
Yes.
Welcome back! Tis another episode of Gays and Ghosts.
Lucky number 11. Right?
Legs,
It's
legs
lucky.
11.
Legs 11?
Legs 11.
What's legs 11?
It's from Bingo. You never played Bingo before?
I have, but I've never heard legs of 11.
You know, they say legs 11. Cannot stand.
Chester and I
He's
don't
unimpressed.
know what you're talking about.
I fucking hate
Unimpressed. Unimpressed at all times.
At all costs.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back,
Yes.
everybody. This is episode 11, session 11 of
So
Gays
cool,
and
right?
Ghosts. I can't believe it. Every week, I baffled.
Oh,
I baffled.
I'm baff. I'm baff.
I'm baff. Yes, it's a shock every week to be back, but we love to be here with
Right.
you guys. Yes. Last week was a really fun episode. It was our return from our hiatus of a month.
And we were psychic.
We were psychic. Fuck, guys.
Right.
We did it.
Our Wi-Fi was definitely connected. That
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
It was otherworldly. I was so happy with how it went.
It was so funny. It was too ecstatic, honestly. I was
Yeah.
like, how the fuck did we do this?
So good. And then what did we discuss? I have the memory of a fish. Oh, yes. And our episode was about communicating with the dead. That was a
Yes.
fun one.
Yeah.
We talked about some Ouija boards and whatnot. Well, tonight,
Yeah.
we're going a little darker.
This is my personal favorite.
We are going to be discussing demonic possessions.
possessions.
Ooh!
Eeky,
Such a
eeky,
fun time.
eeky.
So we're going to do a little bit of that, and then
Yeah.
we're going to be heading into our fun game segment, Ghoulish Games.
Yes.
And we'll be doing some fun improv games.
Yeah,
there.
it's
So
gonna be
that'll
a good
fun time. Love that. But yes, it's all about demons tonight. It's our
Ooh.
favorite topic.
Ookie.
Oh, yeah, motherfucker, yeah. Well, I think it's time to open the Red Bulls.
Oh, yes.
Today I got a fun flavour. I got strawberry apricot, so...
That sounds so good. You have to let me know how
yeah.
that tastes.
Arthur's a regular degular today, so he just got regular.
You know, you can't go wrong with the regular flavor.
scared.
You said they were out of watermelon, so...
They were, I know, tragic. Okay, let's see if this
Pineapple's
is...
good, I already know, but I didn't know about that flavor.
Ooh.
Shut up, is it good? Shut up, is it good?
It's pretty interesting.
Strawberry apricot sounds yummy.
Wow, unexpected.
Oh, I'm gonna
Just
get
like
that next
last
time.
week, yeah.
I'm gonna get that next time.
Yeah, divine. They really
Okay.
killed it with that.
Alright.
Okay. Well, I think it's time to get into Spooky Ookie.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, here we go.
It's time for...
Spooky Ookie. Divine. Well, demonic possessions.
Yeah.
We love that. Have you found a story, or do you have your own story? You have both, right? Or one?
We'll see.
Oh!
I'm definitely gonna share one. I have to keep some of them, right?
For what?
For maybe another season.
No. We're just heading straight on in. Let's do it.
Let me see. We'll see. How
Alright.
much? But I definitely have one that's... Everybody who knows possessions knows this story.
Oh, really?
It's just kind of one of those things, or like, even like the general public, like, to me, this was my, like, one of my earlier findings, I guess is the right way. Is that the right way to say it?
Yeah, I guess you
Anyways,
could say that, yeah.
Discovery, finding, whatever, of like, ooh, what is this? Like, people possession? Like, people get possessed? The possession's happening? What's a possession? And then, I was really young when I first, what was the movie? Oh, I'm on, looking for hotels.
Paranormal Activity.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was looking for hotels. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the Emily Rose girl.
Oh, Emily, the exorcism of Emily
Yes.
Rose.
Yes. I remember when I first, like, as a child heard about that, I was like, oh my god. I want to know more. Immediately, I wanted to know more. So, with the help of technology these days, I found out a lot about, like, the origins, blah, 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 like, what her real name is. Her real name, I guess, was not Emily Rose, which, fuck you.
What was her real... Oh, so the real person's name was not Emily
No,
Rose.
the
Okay,
real
what was
person's
it?
name is Annalise Mikkel. Pretty name, actually. Was,
Interesting.
that's what was inspired the movie Emily Rose.
Right.
She was born September 21st, 1952 in Germany. and she was a devout Catholic who attended church twice a week. At the age of 16, she blacked out during a school and began. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Anyways, she began to behave out of character. Within a year of her blackout, she started to wet her bed, seizures, all that crazy stuff.
Shit.
So it's like kind of very obviously the movie will make it a lot more dramatic, naturally, right? But a lot of that stuff, apparently, what happened in the movie very much did happen to this
person in real life.
Annalise bitch.
Oh, shit.
Do we call her Annalise or can I call her Emily?
Because, just call her Emily.
Right? It sounds so much more kind, honestly. No. So, anyways, Emily. Also, I feel like Emily's like a... What other movie do we know about Emily? I feel like there's another movie.
Emily Rose.
Right.
Oh, wait, that's the same one.
I'm done for this the rest of the day. I'll see you later. This is fine. Right. Thank you. I was like... Right, that's the one. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I don't remember anything else.
Past this. A neurologist examined her and concluded that she has a temporal lobe epilepsy, which is known to cause spasms, seizures, memory loss, hallucinations as well. So they're saying that was her problem, but they always try to
debunk it
with that. That's like a very common oh, she's crazy, basically.
Right.
So following her diagnosis, she left home and to attend a university. How the fuck did she even First of all, if this girl's having seizures, memory loss, and spasms, hallucinations, how did she get inside college? There's a lot of holes in this story that I need to be investigating a lot more, honestly. So, this bitch somehow gets... You know what? How did she get into this?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm upset. Following her diagnosis, she went to college in Wurzburg. University of Wurzburg. I could be saying it wrong. Yeah, but in 1973... that's when her symptoms dramatically worsened.
Oh, shit. Okay, so it wasn't a good time.
It drives you crazy. She's, vulnerable, you know?
I had to get it out, sorry. But I did it away from you.
So she started to claim that she would see the devil's face. Imagine just, someone kicking her. Just, you're having dinner. He's like, so do you like lunch? Do you like spicy? Do you not? I think that's too much salt. I feel like he would be a bitch. You know what I mean? He wouldn't necessarily kill you. He would just bother you.
Yeah.
You're in the entirety. So this
just
bitch
torture the fuck out of you.
Seeing him while she makes breakfast. I don't know. So she hears people mocking her, sees the devil's face, and her. It keeps saying they refer to her as a damned spirit.
Oh.
So I'm like, that fucking sucks. But
how rude.
Yeah, so anywho, she was meant to priest, but she soon started to deteriorate, apparently. That's deteriorated. Right, she started to deteriorate, so the bitch is dying.
She's dying, yeah. She was worsening by the second.
Her bone density is probably collapsing. Whatever is inside of her is really rocking her. So, and then it was evident she needed help. She would perform hundreds of squats a day and bark like a dog. Do you imagine? First of all, if I a human... What? I have a funny story to share.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you. It has nothing to do with this. Anyways. So, yeah, and then... oh my god! She would... bark like a dog for days, and then she drank her own urine. Did the bitch just step in his food?
He did.
I hate him.
Drink her own urine.
I'm telling you, disgusting. And it just keeps getting worse. Only priest Ernest, it says ALT, so I don't know if his last name is alternative, but, Ernest Alt was convinced that she was, of course, under a demonic influence.
Right.
And then, apparently, he got approval, so... From my understanding, I guess when someone is possessed, you have to go through not the church has to go through some sort of
approval process by the
government.
No, but
Like what the fuck? Like who are
the
they?
Vatican. From what I know, I mean,
Right,
that's
what
what's
it is,
usually
right?
in all the movies is the Vatican has to approve exorcisms for the priests to come. Has to be an extreme case. I don't know if it's still like that though in this day and age. You really don't hear about possessions anymore. Used to be a thing only in like the 80s.
I'm gonna have to wait till you decide to come save me.
They can't do it. Chester, please,
You know what
darling.
I mean?
Call him over here.
Chester! I love you, but you can't play these games with us. We need to do daddy stuff.
Chester.
Do you want me to slap? No, please God.
Oh, because you're wearing black. Yes. Yeah, no, not to that. Please, God.
Anyway, Chester! No, baby. No. Behave, I give you snacky poo. Okay. Oof. So she was received approval from the bishop to perform an exorcism. He and the priest Arnold Renz spent 10 months with the bitch and conducted 67 oh my god during which she's claimed to be possessed by Adolf Hitler, Nero, Lucifer, Cain, Judas, and a disgraced priest named Fleischmann.
Fleischman. I don't know how to say it, to be honest.
Anyways, that's the bitch's name.
What the fuck? So 8 things.
Right, 67 exorcisms. So I guess Adolf stayed for like 17. Maybe Satan stayed for like 30. You know, I mean, they all split it up and decided how much they were going to spend time with her. They're like, woo! You know? So, at the end, her conditions worsened. This bitch is fucked. And then, then the broken bones started happening, and then her knees, that she broke her bones and then her knees from repeatedly kneeling for prayer. She soon stopped eating food altogether, died of dehydration and malnourishment at the age of 23, July 1st.
Wow.
Yeah? So that's
oh my god, it was her death anniversary a couple of days ago.
Yeah, literally, that's what I was like. 4th of July is
the more you know.
Tomorrow. So yeah.
We love some Emily Rose. Rest in peace to that
It's
poor
really
girl.
actually so crazy. When you see the pictures too, here, I'll show you.
What was her real name again?
Picture, Annalise.
Annalise Michelle.
Annalise Michel.
Michel.
It was M-I... Here, let me spell that.
Michael.
Michael, something like that. I think that's a really pretty name. M-I-C-H-E-L. Michael.
Oh. So that was the story of Annalise.
Yeah, so
Michael.
that was the one... She's the one who inspired
Emily Rose. Wow. Crazy shit. And so...
There's like... I forgot what it is, but they linked a trauma response to our favorite scary movies. Have you heard about that?
The what?
There's a trauma response like... what scary movies you like more is what things you're like... Something like traumatized you or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I forgot what exactly the verbiage is, but...
Yeah.
One of your trauma responses is linked to a scare, like why you like possessions, why you like the slashers, why you like whatever.
Wild.
Crazy.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing. You don't have a personal story you want to share?
Maybe.
Nothing like short and spooky surrounding the topic. Doesn't have to be anything intense or like specific details, you know, just...
Short and spooky?
Yeah, because remember that, so... I don't know if you...
I could share.
Okay.
So, I used to work in the music industry.
Okay.
Right? And one of the studios I was an assistant engineer and a writer in was next to a Satanist home.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very... it was advertised.
Oh, like they knew there were cultists up in there.
Oh, no, they let you know.
Shit.
Yeah,
okay.
and every...
666 on the window and everything.
Oh, no. This place, I would have to park sometimes near their house. And when I tell you the uncomfortable feeling I would get just by there, they have 3 daughters that look exactly the fucking same. I was like, ew, get away from me, bitch. I've seen this movie, bitch. I will kick you. I will do it.
Satanus.
Yeet you until next year, yes. So, there was a time where I had to park, and there was a bunch of black cars rode out at their house. So
Okay.
I don't know if they're having a party
Or like a meeting.
or a meeting. I don't know, but their stairwell, like, or their to walk into their house, like the steps, right?
Yeah.
Is big black snakes going like that, right? Just like that, and
Okay.
it just like the head like ends at where.
Oh,
you know,
got you. So that was
there's
the
a black,
rails of the
and the
stairs.
whole house is like super like, you know, and their license plates have symbols on it.
Holy shit.
You know what I mean? So, it was late.
Okay.
There was times in those sessions that we were there till like
I'm sure like 3,
the
4.
AMs. Yeah, like especially if like to really finish a song. With singers, we was usually there not as long, but if it was just like the engineering or the writing people, or even like the backup singers, we would kind of be there for much longer of a time, right?
Okay.
So I remember we just, the girl just left. We were working on one of her songs. And I had to go to get something from my car, right?
Okay.
When I tell you, I immediately... Do you know when you know someone's looking at you?
Yeah, you can feel it.
I was
It's like
like-
beady eyes staring.
I look up, right? And there is the mom and the 2 daughters just staring directly at me, right? And I'm over here like... And then they both literally just go like they start like looking at each other. And then I don't know if they're talking to each other. I'm trying not to make eye contact, but I can see through my peripherals that they keep like staring at me. And I don't know what the hell their whole deal was, but until I got everything out of my car, because I was parked around their car, and I also had a black car at this time.
Oh, so it looked like you were
So
part of
maybe
the...
they thought,
Maybe they
like,
thought, oh,
uh-huh.
another one has arrived.
They're like, why isn't he coming inside? Probably, but their lights are red or their curtains are red, because
Okay.
when the lights on, it looks reddish inside. So I don't know what the hell is happening here, but I never heard like her at all. The dude, the husband, would show up sometimes around the studio because they were friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, he's a nice guy, whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
babe, the second he comes in the room, like, it was heavy. So
Oh, you felt
we were
some
like,
stuff.
yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
I immediately knew. Like, when, just by looking at their house, you as like you can just feel the energy is totally off. You feel super heavy. It's like my heart like feels like it's harder to breathe. And then especially when they're like looking at me, it started getting like the tingles.
Yeah,
So I
goosebumps.
know there is some crazy shit happening there.
Right.
I don't exactly have answers, but I think that's a fun little little story for you guys to have.
Fun little tidbit. Just a cute little one
Yeah, because I know something's off in that.
in that house.
You can kind of start like, I'll drive past it one day with you one day.
Ooh.
I'm down.
I'll take a photo and then I'll
It
show
could-
you guys.
You know, I'm not doing that anymore, actually. But yeah, it's just like, it's very creepy and uncomfortable to be around there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah,
All right, that was a cute one.
a little, a little
A
splash.
little bit of salt and pepper. Sale.
But I have, the next time I'm down to share like one of my like industry party like, I think that'll be cool. Industry
Yeah.
party like events.
Some
that I
fucked
went
up
to.
shit.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Of
Always a good
course.
time.
Yes.
I'm going to redirect here.
Okay.
And instead of doing demonic possession, I'm going to do demon tormenting. Very similar.
Sure.
We'll do that. You talked about the possession. I'll talk about a demon torture. Because that's as good as it's going to get right now. As good as we're going to get, guys. I can't deal with it. So this story is in the No Sleep subreddit.
Okay.
And it is from Burrowing Owls. And the title... Burrowing. Just make sure they're good, cute. And the title is called There's a Violent Demon Ghost in My House.
Valencia.
Please help me.
Please.
My God. I'm new to the No Sleep subreddit. And my friend said that it'll probably, oh my God, I cannot speak tonight. I'm just having stroke after fucking stroke.
Do you smell test?
I know.
Full circle moment, bitch.
Oh, I remember. My friend said this would probably be a good place to share this story. At first, I thought that you'd all say I was mad and ignore me. I read a few posts and decided to say that this was as good as I'm going to get. This is probably going to be full of spelling mistakes and most likely grammar issues.
Thank you for warning us in advance.
In advance. I've lived in this house with my boyfriend Max for about 5 years.
I feel like Max is a horrible person.
Right. The past year has been a living hell. Neither of us can get enough money to move out, and our friends and family are convinced that it was following us and it's not the house. I don't normally tell people about what's in my house, and I've wanted it to stay that way. But
I'm
now,
sorry to cut you off. Right?
Yeah,
She doesn't tell people what's inside our house. And
she
invites
doesn't want
people.
to. Yeah.
Oh, if I knew her and I went inside this girl's house and like, there's a whole other entity in this house, and you haven't told me, and it's now fucking with me too. I'm rocking your world.
I'm rocking your world, bitch.
Okay.
Yes, continue. So she says, it started when Max was out on a stag do. What on good God's earth is a stag do?
Is that military stuff?
I'm going to quickly look it up.
I already turned off your internet.
All right, we're going to just go with our day. So I was left at home alone.
Okay.
I was cooking dinner when I saw what I thought was a drunk Max stumble down the garden path.
Oh, no.
I waved and went to get a second plate out. When I looked back, the person was gone. I thought I was seeing things, so I ignored it.
No. You
That's not
waved
what you
at
do.
it. You obviously noticed something.
All right, she's like, oh, I'm going crazy, dear God. I eventually got tired and went to bed. I don't know when, but I woke up and went to the bathroom. I looked down the hall and saw that the lights were on downstairs. I assumed Max was home, so I did what I had to do and walked downstairs to see how drunk he was. His jacket wasn't on the hanger and he was nowhere to be seen. I went to straighten out my hair in the mirror and saw someone standing behind me.
No.
I thought it was Max, but when I noticed how they were way taller than me, I pretended not to notice until I could get a good look at their face. The first thing I noticed was his mouth. It was twice as wide as a normal human mouth and had no expression on his face. I couldn't see his eyes though.
Yeah.
I tried my best to ignore him and act as calm as possible until I could gather enough energy to run like hell. He slowly started to smirk, and over my left shoulder, I saw what looked like a knife. I instantly screamed, ran upstairs and grabbed the phone. I hid in the bathroom and locked the door behind me. The phone that was on charge had run out of battery. I heard whoever it was walk up the stairs and pace up and down the hallway. He never looked in any rooms though. I was trying my best not to breathe loudly or burst into tears. After a while, I heard footsteps.
I'm getting chills. I'm so nervous right now for her.
Then the footsteps stopped. I didn't hear any breathing apart from my own. I came to think of it, and I never heard him breathing. I was about to unlock the bathroom door
No!
and run downstairs when I heard Max shout that he was back. I heard footsteps at the other end of the hall and panicked. I didn't know whether to scream out to Max or stay hidden and hope for the best.
That's the answer, honestly,
You know?
babe. Shut up. Don't even say anything. Unless you
God.
hear him walking down the stairs, then you'd be like, bitch, someone's going downstairs to kill your ass. And I'm going to lock the door and I'm going to run
dead.
back. I'm locking... Also, why didn't she lock both doors?
I don't know. That's a question she'll continue to have. I leant on the door and listened. He was walking down the stairs. Max was most likely in the living room. When I heard him reach the middle of the stairs, I slowly opened the door, peered around the edge of the door frame, and looked down the stairs. Nobody was there. I kept telling myself that I was imagining things, and went downstairs and sat with Max, trying my best not to blurt everything out and burst into tears.
No, I'm telling him right the fuck
Right.
away. Are you kidding me? I almost got assassinated.
One thing, ever since that happened, we've both seen and been chased by this man. Neither of us have seen his eyes. Neither of us have luckily ever gotten anything worse than a scratch on the arm. Anything that enters the house...
It's hurt him before?
I don't know. It sounds like a scratch on the arm, yeah. Anything that enters the house has this problem. Oh, sorry. Anyone that enters this house has this problem. It used to be at least once a month. Now it's at least twice a week. We've told the police, and they've searched the house and area and never found anyone matching the description. Not even local CCTV cameras. One thing that I've experienced more than Max and most people is the occasional tap on the shoulder or giggle down the hall when I know that I'm home alone. No matter how bad it got, I never told anyone apart from the police until it got so bad that we had to use our neighbour's spare room for a few nights, even though we barely talked to her. We decided we needed an early night after we'd been to a friend's party and were exhausted. We turned off the light and fell asleep almost instantly. Max woke up to go to the toilet. When he got back, he found the man leaning over me with the knife over his head. Max panicked and attempted to push him off me. I remember waking up at that point. He still had the stupid grin on his face. Max said that once he grabbed me, he never saw or heard the man hit the floor. We panicked and ended up asking our neighbours if we could stay with them for a night or two. Nothing happened at their house, of course.
So when they went to the neighbor's house, nothing happened?
It didn't happen, no.
So it's in the house.
It's the house.
Yeah.
We ended up telling her about what we'd been experiencing at our house, and she said that we should try putting salt in the doorways, put crucifixes above the doorways, and burn sage in the rooms where it happened the most. We did, and it just made whatever is living with us madder.
You missed she missed a couple steps, but that's fine. I already know her thought process, but babe, it's already inside the house. You're supposed to basically do salt if it's already in your house last.
God.
Because you need to kick it.
Oh, little Binksy.
You need to kick it out,
yeah.
Right? So sage, Palo Santo, you need to do your chants, you need to do all like the crosses at the doorway, right? All that stuff first. Clean the air out, put the holy water, then salt, so it keeps them out.
Mm-hmm. I see.
But she said, fuck, do whatever you want.
Do it.
Do whatever you want. You're already screwed anyway.
Oh my God. Okay, so it says, so after they did that salt and sage burning in the rooms, it made this entity madder. He started to try to strangle us instead of stab. Fuck me. Not getting
He's
a break.
I hate the smell of sage.
Oh my God. Instead of giggling, it was breathing down your neck. And instead of a tap on the shoulder, it was a full-on punch.
Oh, you would love that, bitch. That sounds like yaga.
Until we got rid of the crucifixes, sage, and salt. Then it went back to normal. In the end, I chickened out and didn't want to post this. Max is with his brother and sister for his mum's birthday, and the man just appeared in the corner of the living room. I'm not sure if he knows I know he's there, but he's still smirking and staring. What do I do?
So still?
Oh my God.
So still. So
well, this happened 12 years ago. So
hopefully she's saved up
I wonder if there's
money
an
to move out that
update.
house. I'm hoping she saved up enough money to move out that house, girl, because like
someone replied to the whatever we did, it just made it madder, and said that means you're on the right track, just not an effective one. If you can physically interact with it, you're halfway to having it trapped. Without more specific information, I would recommend keeping some clean white ashes handy, something from a wood fire. Toss these on him and he should be less quick to disappear. Why would they want it to stay?
That's what I was about to say, like, what?
That's crazy. Wow, that's a bit intense. That took some energy out of me.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a story. I'm like, not pooped, but I was like...
So that was Spooky Icky for the night tonight. And now, it's time for our funnest segment.
Yes.
Funnest, that's not a word. Our best segment. No, not the best, but it's cute.
You know, it's a fun time.
It's a fun time.
Yeah, because Spooky Ookie is a great time, I think. You know?
But now it's time for Ghoulish Games. So tonight,
Yeah.
we shall be doing a segment that is called, I think we last played it on, what was it called? I don't even know, to be honest. But it was the one where we play the game.
Where you say yes and or whatever, right?
Yeah. Who knows? We'll make up a new name for it. But yes, hi. It's me, Peter here. Just editing and realizing that the name for this game is actually called Tail Twisters. Tail Twisters, everyone. So here's the graphic and fab. Enjoy. Essentially, in this game, me and Arthur create a fabricated narrative based off of improvisation. Last time it was pretty fun.
We had a good time last time.
That was funny. So we have to have a theme this time.
Okay.
And the theme this time will be...
Supernatural.
No, they're all supernatural. But last time it was something... I can't even remember what it was.
Last time it was like a serial
The giant.
She became a giant, then she became a normal size. I don't know what the fuck happened to the bitch.
I'm dead. Okay, so this time it'll be themed demonic. Going through the spirit of the episode.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I want you to begin this time because last time I did. So, rules of the game: we have to end each story with "and then,"
Right.
and then continue on. Okay, you ready? You need a moment, a brief moment.
Okay.
And it's just whatever comes to your head, you know, like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Stephanie is super excited and just turned 18. When she was planning all these fun parties with her friends, she started noticing things getting weird, and then I don't know. She's trying to plan her 18th birthday, or no, her. Can you please not shit
Okay, how about
with the
this?
door open? That's why the fumes got to my head from
Getting
the
hot
shit.
and bothered. Okay,
That was
start the
hard.
story with "Once Upon a Time."
Okay.
It'll be much
this is
easier for
hard.
you. So just start it with "Once Upon a Time" and then continue on.
Okay, once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
I'm gonna fuck Okay, so just start it with
Once upon a time, in a small town, Stephanie was super excited to start college. And then... Was that fine?
That was
This
alright.
is kind of hard.
It is kind of hard. Do you want me to start it?
Was that not good?
It was good. It was better. It's just I need a bit more. Go on a little bit longer.
Okay.
Do you want me to start?
Sure.
Okay. But I'll take what you did and I'll start
Sure,
it.
okay.
Here we go, guys. Sorry. Sorry. We don't know
is
what's going on
hard.
tonight.
This is
I think a demon
hard.
is blocking us from having a good night.
You better not!
Okay. Once upon a time, in a small town in West Virginia,
Okay.
there was a girl.
Okay.
Her name was Stephanie.
Okay.
Stephanie lived in a small house with 2 bedrooms and 1 dad. Stephanie was very... no, don't laugh. Stephanie was very excited.
Right.
Because she just finished high school and she was planning to head to college.
Yes.
Now, she was having a going away party. And she's been planning this for months. She sent out all the invitations. And then
after she had sent out all these invitations, she went to her father and started asking him about his college experience and how all that started going, when his responses weren't what she was used to, and his voice didn't sound like what she was used to. And then I don't know. I thought that was fine. You're
no.
It's
good. It's good. I'm just trying to think now. Okay. Her dad suddenly stopped speaking and stared into her eyes. He slowly leaned in, and Stephanie is standing there this whole time, like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
he just kept leaning in further and further. Stephanie realized she was frozen. She could not move out of fear. Her dad inching closer and closer and closer to her ear. Inch by inch. When suddenly, he opened his lips right at her ear. And he whispered, and then...
She's gonna be like, okay. So stupid. Okay.
And then...
So Stephanie, out of confusion, looks at her father and says, and then what? To then her father laughs hysterically loud, laughing in her ear, launches his neck in the sky, laughing. All the way turns around and just walks into his room and closes the door. So then Stephanie is in a state of confusion. So naturally, as one teenage girl, because she's going to college, so I'm assuming she's 18, 19, whatever, calls her a bestie, and she's like, can you pick me up in your Tessie? My dad is acting messy. And then...
And then to which her friend replies, no.
She said, you can die now.
Her friend replied, no. Stephanie then said, what the fuck, bitch? Why?
Yeah.
Her friend then leaned closer into the phone.
Where? Oh,
leaned closer into the phone. Closer and closer. Stephanie realized that she was frozen again. She couldn't move out of fear.
How does she know if her friend is moving closer?
It's part of the story.
But how does she know if she's on the phone?
Listen, it's part. Her friend leans right into the speaker. Stephanie hears her hot gingivitis breath breathing into the microphone. Breathing and breathing.
Yes.
Suddenly, the breathing stops. Stephanie's friend's lips open. And they start to whisper into the microphone, speaking. And then...
Get out! Get out of this house immediately! Immediately! There's the door! There's the door! God.
Continue.
So, Stephanie now is like, what the fuck? Alright, bye. Hangs up the phone because now she's confused because all she heard was her friend's hot breath saying... So she's like, if my dad just screamed and hysterically laughed and now I have my bestie, she's in a spiral state going like, what am I going to do? So she grabs her purse and her outfit and she goes... I'm assuming she has a car, let's say.
Okay.
So she takes her car and she drives to someone who lives close by. Not her bestie, but someone who's her friend, right?
Okay, yeah.
So she ends up at her friend's house and her friend's like, hey girl, what's tea? So she's like, these people around me are acting crazy. My best friend's asking me and then breathing heavily. My father starts sweating profusely, comes right next to my ear, screams and laughs. So I'm confused. Why is everything getting so weird around me? I keep feeling like someone's watching me. I keep feeling like someone's around me. And then...
Stephanie's friend says, when did this start? And then Stephanie lets her know.
Yeah.
This was earlier today. Just randomly this started to happen to me. It feels like something's in them. Something is making them whisper and act crazy. Stephanie doesn't know what to do at this point. And so she looks at her friend and she says, I don't know what to do. Please help me. I feel like something's following me. I feel like I'm on a death path right now. Stephanie's friend then looks at her and she says, don't worry, I'm going to help you do this. They grab their things. They go back into Stephanie's car. And her friend puts an address in the GPS. Suddenly, time feels like it's going slow. And Stephanie is getting that feeling again of fear where she can't move. She looks over and her other friend is staring directly at her with the phone in her hands.
No!
With her phone in their hands. All of a sudden...
With her phone in her hand? Like this?
Yeah, she's been typing on the phone. All of a sudden, the GPS turns on.
I know where this is going.
And they're starting to drive. Oh, no, sorry. And it gives them the directions. And then a voice comes over the GPS and it says, directions to 34. And then street!
I knew it. Okay.
Stephanie looks at her friend and she says, and then.
So she says, wait, where are we going? Why are we going to an and then street? Everyone around me is saying these and then things. She looks at her friend and her friend blankly staring at her back and she keeps saying something and she's like, I don't know what you're saying. And then her friend gets louder and louder and she keeps saying and then. And then when you look at her phone, it's just and then. So she's just been typing and then. And then the GPS says, turn left to and then. So now she has all these sources around her that are saying and then. She's like, what the fuck? Puts her car in park, jumps the fuck out, is running for the hills. She's like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. But then every corner, every street, everyone is staring at her. And she notices everyone is staring at her, just standing, staring. And then she keeps hearing feints and then. Now she starts noticing people getting closer and closer to her. So once these people that were far apart, like across the street, now she's running. She's trying to head to her mom's house because her parents were divorced. Right?
Yes.
So she's running to her mom's house in a sheer state of panic. Doesn't know what to do. People are closing in on her as she gets closer to mom's house. She grabs the door handle and then...
She opens the door to a very dimly lit house.
Okay.
All the lights are out. She screams, Mum, are you home?
Yeah.
Please, I need you. She closes the door behind her but doesn't hear her mother's response. She slowly searches for her throughout the house, every room darker than the next. She gets to the living room and the television's turned on. She sees someone sitting in the chair. She walks over and she sees a woman. Now this woman's not her mother.
Right.
She's never seen this woman before in her life. But this woman is unresponsive.
Oh.
Sitting in the chair
So she
with her head down
Ooh.
and the TV on. She slowly walks up behind her. She goes to tap her shoulder when suddenly the front door slams. She turns around and it's her mother standing there. She says, Stephanie? Stephanie turns around and says, Mum, my good Lord, you have no idea the day that I've had, please. Everyone's acting crazy. I feel like I'm possessed. I feel like there's people after me. Help me, please, dear God. Her mum, calm down, Stephanie, calm down. What is going on? What's happening? She says, Dad acted crazy. My best friend, Lila, acted crazy. My other friend, Delilah, acted crazy.
Right.
I came here because I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's acting fucking insane. She says, have people been staring at you and saying, and then? Stephanie says,
bye!
Stephanie says, stop. How did you know that? She says, honey, the same thing happened to me before I went to college. She said, sit down, I have something to tell you. So, they sit down next to this deceased woman in the chair in the living room.
What the fuck?
I got so dizzy. They sit down and they start speaking. Her mum says...
So she's just going to be kicking it there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kicking it next to the dead body.
I love that.
Her mum says, I've been hiding this from you, and it explains why Your father and I are no longer together. In 1862, our ancestors brought a curse upon our family. This curse has passed down generations of women in our family. When we start to find a path to a happy life, full of family and love and friends and college, something happens. Something comes after us to prevent this from happening.
Right.
It attacks first those closest to you, and then the strangers around you, getting into every aspect of your life.
Right.
It takes over everything. Stephanie says, "What do you mean? Like, what is this? How did we get this put upon us?" Stephanie's mum then leans in closer to her, and she says, "I can't tell you, but I can show you." They then stand up.
She can't
They
tell.
walk over to the woman sitting in the chair, deceased. And Stephanie's mum says to her, "Put your hand on hers."
Absolutely not. There's this dead bitch in my fucking...
Stephanie says, "I don't really know about that. She's kind of
Right.
she's kind of like dead, and her hands look cold and clammy. I'm not sure if I want to do that."
Right.
Stephanie's mum says, "Shut up, bitch. Put your hand on hers, and you'll see why our family is cursed." She puts her hand on the woman. Suddenly, Stephanie vibrates. She feels a vibration. Shoots through her. She has vision.
Vision.
She sees her ancestors.
Ah!
Now, see, what had happened was
Milking goats.
her ancestors started to cut some bitches up. Bitches they didn't like.
Like shang, stab.
Bitches they had vendettas against.
They said you're not going to see
Little
tomorrow.
did they know, a bitch they chopped up
Was a witch.
was a witch. And this witch had sisters. And these sisters found their dead witch sister in the hands of Stephanie's ancestors.
Oh.
And they said, "You will
Rue the day
that you killed our sister.
Ah!
We put a curse upon you and your family. You'll never find happiness."
Ever.
So they grabbed a piece of parchment, and these sisters said, "No matter where you go or what you do, you'll find these words that follow you. Hear me once and hear me twice. But don't worry, I have a vice. Here I go, chanting through, and once again, I shout I do. Bring upon the evil land and curse these bitches from
For the rest of their life. It would rhyme.
and the words they wrote on the parchment. And then ... They burned the parchment. Light it on fire.
That's what they did.
And from that moment on, Stephanie's family did not know happiness. Stephanie comes to.
Uh-huh.
She turns to her mother,
Mother.
who's smiling at her.
Mother.
Tilted head. She says, "So now you know." And then...
I don't know. I think that sounded like it almost was wrapped up,
That's
bitch.
the ending. What do you think of that story?
I was invested.
It went... had some holes.
I'm into it.
But
I mean,
I feel
just
like-
for on the fly, I mean, not bad, right?
it was pretty good, right? I feel
think
like
so.
it could be a movie.
like I know
Do
Stephanie.
you know where it was going? Yeah, I feel like I've embodied Stephanie.
Yeah.
I felt like it was kind of similar to Smile.
No.
You never seen Smile?
I have.
Yeah.
You think so?
Well, because they think something's following them.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Fun time. This one always, today, guys, I'm not going to lie. My head actually hurts.
It was
Something
kind of hard for
has
you.
taken the energy away
energy.
from me. I don't know if it's because we were doing like a demonic segment or what the fuck happened.
I'm telling you,
This
it's
was a
only because
tough
we had
episode.
2 rough stories. That was the problem.
Yeah, that was the
because we
issue there.
started.
Started strong. It was cute.
Our energy still is cute, but
Yeah.
the first one we were like,
No,
the second we were like, okay, and the third one we were like,
What the fuck?
do you know what I mean?
I'm dead. Well, this was a cute little episode.
It was. I mean, we had a great time.
We had a good time. Next week, so that was, that was fun. Okay, so
What?
nothing. I'm telling you, I'm feeling so confused. I don't know what is going on tonight. I feel
You know
like
what you need? You need. Oh my fucking god! You scared the shit out of me, babe. Can you at least warn me?
he's wild.
Orange cheese.
Hi, come to visit me now, have you? Oh, my god, he's blocking my microphone. Fuck.
Hi, Baba.
This was a cute one.
Yeah.
Next week is our 12th episode.
Yes.
We will be bringing back a segment that we haven't done since the 2nd episode.
Ooh.
Conspiracy Whispers and Eerie Twisters.
Okay.
So we're going to be discussing some conspiracy theories.
Okay.
And then we'll go back to Spooky Ookie and just discuss some very spooky stories that we've found online and from Arthur's Vault.
Yeah. I think
cute.
I know which one I'm going to share next week.
I'm so excited. Can't wait. So next week's going to be a fun episode. It's our second to last episode before our
Yes!
finale. Big things planned. Can't wait.
I
for you
can't
to
wait. You
see.
guys are so... We just kind of finished a, third quarter of it.
Yes.
So the rest is just actually doing it. And
So fun. It's been
you
planning
guys,
for a while.
this is actually, geeky. I'm excited about it.
It's going to be super fun.
Yeah.
And it's going to give a preview of events to follow. So
Yes, it is going to
super
be a link
excited.
to season 2. It'll give a
So
tease.
excited.
Yeah.
So excited. But we hope you enjoyed this cozy little
Yes.
episode of Gays and Ghosts tonight. We hope you laughed. We hope you were spooked. And thank you so much as always for joining us. We know there's not that many of you right now, but our audience is growing.
Honestly,
And we're so happy to see more and more viewers each week. It's listeners.
working. This
It's
is the thing,
working.
if people see or really are enjoying us, and
Yeah.
it's really sweet to see.
Yeah.
Even just our friends and stuff. We have people even coworkers watching.
Yeah.
our videos
I feel
who are
like our
excited.
episodes, our podcast is all about just being unhinged and having a good time and not knowing what's going to happen. And
Yeah.
so we don't really try to plan too much. We just go with the flow and every week we love it. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yes,
And
no,
we
it's very
can't
beautiful.
wait
Oh,
to join you again next week.
Episode 12 is going to be great, and we're excited to have you
Yes.
at the finale.
Chef's kiss.
Honestly, but
But this was episode 11.
Yes.
Session 11. Thank you for joining us. My name's Peter.
and I'm Arthur.
And you've been
Gagged.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you guys.
Special thanks to Chester for joining us. once more.
Always the icon.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, my
Icon.
love.
Thank you.
Yes.
And toodaloo. Have a good night.